the second quest overworld. We are still dealing with the helpful hints, and we are off and racing, and there is Caracarn, and we signed ourselves a potion shop early on. What else are we going to find here, OBT?
Well, unfortunately, we're only going to find one large secret because this is the second quest overworld, which is some. Oh, hey, we also found a piece of scrap metal or the blue boomerang for people who like that thing. But we're also going to find a lot more blocks with the record. Oh my gosh, we're going to find apparently 0 HP blue moblins. Now that's interesting. That's going to make bomb grinding a lot more easier on the overworld. Oh my god! Okay,
0 HP Octoroks.
Did everything rolls? Okay, so finally something didn't roll 0 HP.
We have 69 rupees for the price of the candle. Can anything drop Caracarn a bomb, please?
I know, right? So, it looks like Caracarn's actually going to go over and check the coast. We're going to see the coast item very soon. We also find a level. What we're not going to know is which level it is right away.
Yeah, that's right. You're going to have to decipher what level he is based on that entry right at this point. Now, this one's going to be a difficult one to try to figure out, but I'm going to make a guess of level 4.
Yes, 4.
Oh, nope, this is 5. This is 5.
5, yep.
And the reason we were able to tell is because of where that bomb placement was on the screen. If the bomb placement is down there in that bottom portion, there's a drop. It's the only level that ever happens to is level 5. So Antler's coming inside of this level 5 as well. And it looks like Caracarn is opting just to stop at this point and move on, although he decides to take a couple of Lionel beams to the side.
Yeah.
And, well, that's not the way it's going to go. Sorry.
Indeed. You can't take a couple of... By the way, the coast item, really important, but yeah. You can't take too many of those Lionel beams.
Why is that coast item important?
Well, because it's one of the two ways... It's one of the two items we're going to need to defeat Ganon. Actually, sorry, 3, technically speaking, because you need a sword to defeat Ganon. Find a letter. You now have a prescription to buy medicine, Rick.
Well, that is correct. Now, the other thing is that now that means we now need 3 items to beat this game, in addition to that sword you mentioned.
Well, speaking of the sword, speaking of that, we have the wooden sword, which for these runners, they can beat this game with that sword quite easily, so... With these Pentaforce flags, we haven't really seen a lot of magic sword plays all that often, if really much of any, quite frankly.
So now Antler's getting some bombs, which is good to see at this position. And we find another level right here. It is a golden color. I think this entire seed is going to be brought to you by the Butter Building.
Apparently, right?
And we got ourselves some dark nuts in this level. And I'm trying to figure out if that's all the way on the top. I don't think it is, but this is possibly level 6.
6, yeah. I was thinking 6 as well. If this keeps going to the right...
Ooh, we have a corridor staircase. Inside the corridor staircase, it is just a transport staircase. Because why would you want to find the item early on?
I don't think it's all that important, really. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's probably 6.
Yeah, this is pretty much a guarantee that that's level 6 based on that early section on the top right-hand corner. But Antlerz can't really do all that much at this point because he has not picked up the sword. Caracarn may consider doing a little bit more with that sword in hand. Let's see. Maybe we can get ourselves some good Octoroks. Oh, we find level 9. It's nice to find that at this early point because that kind of allows you to affect how you're going to route this seed. Some runners like to go ahead and figure out where 9 is, and then they base their decisions and what to do in the other levels based on where level 9 is.
Indeed. Looks like the orange or red dark nuts have, I think it's basically vanilla health. Yeah, 4 hits.
Yeah, it's 4 HP. When you get a bomb dropping enemy that can be killed in a bomb, that that's a good feeling. And Antlerz is about to pick up his sword. We do get a key drop for Caracarn, so he's going to be able to move on.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, shoot. But pick up that key.
Yeah, he's going to go
Caracarn.
back,
You're gonna
yeah.
get that key.
Indeed. Interesting he decided... Oh, because it's red bubbles, that's why.
Yeah, unfortunately now he's cursed and he's going to have to try to find some blue bubbles in order to get himself uncursed. Nice bomb drop there for Antlerz. And Antlerz is going to go back into this level 6 because it's early on and Caracarn has decided, I'm going to go ahead and take the staircase. Wouldn't you take the staircase?
I mean, at this point, I think that's his only way through. Oh, so we get into a room with a bunch of blue dark nuts and no sword to speak of, or at least that he can use.
Yeah, at least this one here, if he can clump those red dark nuts together, maybe he can tackle that room. There is our bomb upgrade. It's 112 rupees. We can get anywhere between 2 and 6 for the upgrade. Oh, God, no. Yuck,
come on!
Yuck.
Oh, Wizrobes and dark nuts in the same dungeon. Come on!
They're in perfect harmony together.
Indeed. Well, Caracarn is going to try to take out as many of these orange darkness as he can. He got 2 of them once and a clock, so...
Antlerz got an invitation to go back to the start. Oh,
Right.
there's some red Wizrobes in the side of this room. Caracarn's going to try to see if he can't lump them and kill them. And...
I think they have less than 4 HP, but I can't
yes, they do.
quite tell.
Yeah, he's killing him.
Alright, good. Well, at least that means that the orange Wizrobes are not a total pain to deal with.
You say that now.
Yeah. So, right, I guess we should mention the enemies are, in fact, plus or minus 4 HP. That can lead to some very interesting things like 0 HP Vires or 12 HP Blue Wizrobes.
Hey, Caracarn. You might want to go ahead and try to see if you can't.
I'm surprised he
boomerang
hasn't.
these guys.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm surprised he hasn't pulled the boomerang out for these, but
This is a huge waste of bombs. Now he finally
Oh, there we
pulls
go.
out the boomerang, but now he's down to a half a heart. And this is the problem with the blue boomerang is that the fact, hey, he got some refund on the bombs.
he knew exactly what he was doing, Rick. I don't know why we were thinking otherwise.
I'm glad somebody knew what they're up to.
So we've gone this entire dungeon, not seen a blue bubble yet.
You know that they gotta exist somewhere, but they probably don't exist in the right room. So you can't boomerang those red Wizrobes there, Caracarn, and go back to start.
I was gonna say I was gonna be surprised if he was gonna continue to clear that room. It being dark, there wasn't much of a reason to.
Looks like 3 HP on the red Wizrobe, so they rolled -1 on the HP structure.
That's reasonable.
Anytime Wizrobes, red Wizrobes die in a single bomb, you take it. Oh no!
Oh,
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Was that 8? I think that was 8.
That's 8. That is 8. That is 8 blue Wizrobes in a double block room. And you know what double
man.
block rooms are?
Ah, they are very much so potentially staircase rooms.
Or they are potentially blocks that do not want to move, and therefore you're going to kill all of them to push an unmovable block.
Right. I think it. Oh wow, Antlerz has actually took out those blue. I didn't see how many hit points they actually had.
Well,
That's
I think
under
you might
8.
be- yeah, they're under 8 at this point, but this is not going to end well for either of these runners. This is a get out of here and come back later when you do have the combat to sustain this stuff.
Or come back never. I mean, there's nothing saying you have to ever come back into 6.
9 HP, by the way.
9. Oh jeez.
So Caracarn finds where level 9 is. As I mentioned before, this is a good thing to find. Now, what else would you like to find at this point, OPT Lawyer?
Well, I was just about to say a candle, but Caracarn actually just found a candle shop and doesn't have the rupees for it. Candle's gonna really open up the exploration. Oh no!
That hurt.
Oh, obviously the main
That
thing
hurt too.
yeah, that hurt too. Yeah.
Ooh, that's a reverse C room.
Yes, it was. I didn't notice that before, and that's
Yeah.
because we didn't have a candle to light it up.
Ooh. Hey,
Oh!
recorder is the white sword item.
All right, well, that can open up a whole lot of exploration for our runners here. That's going to be able to be picked up somewhere with 4 to 6 hearts. Don't know which. It's random. It's a thing.
So we see Antlerz trying to do some screen scrolling over here, and this is a case where if you try to screen scroll and it takes too long to try to do it, you may want to just consider moving on somewhere else. We find the any roads. So what would make good any road, so PT Lawyer?
From there, at least something that gives you Death Mountain access, as CaracarnVi finds yet another dungeon. I'm gonna guess 2 just from the outset.
No.
Nope, not 2.
Nope.
Never mind.
A little too far to the left to be level 2. So this right here is level 8.
Yes, it is. Yes, that is. That's definitely 8. Anyway, going for the new roads again. I'd like something that takes you to the Dead Woods from there, and I mean anything else after that, it's kind of gravy.
By the way, Antlerz did pick up a candle.
Oh, he did? Oh, nice. I didn't see where he got it from.
I think he got the take any out of the Caracarn takes the death to the Gliok. I think Antlerz ended up taking the candle. Oh, 3 rupee bombs!
3 rupee bombs! That is amazing.
So I think he ended up, just for the 3rd time I'm going to try to say this, before we get interrupted by other things that are going on this seed, I think we ended up finding it over at the White Sword Cave, and Antlerz is in another level. And with 4 ways to go here, this may...
1? No.
No, this definitely is not 1.
Not 1, yeah, not 1 at all. I didn't see where it came in from. 3? No.
No, 2.
2, oh, that's 2, okay, that's
our answer. Yeah, this is 2. Caracarn finding. Oh, he killed the Gliok. Oh, Harkatator. It's not necessarily one you want to kill a Gliok to find, but hey, you do some in the vanilla game to defeat a Gliok to get a Harkatator.
Right. Now, that is going to put him 1 step closer to that recorder, which could be useful.
Yeah, and isn't Caracarn the one who does know about the recorder there?
I believe so, but it's not that difficult to find, so I suspect Antlerz will stop that at some point.
Right, but this is now why he's making that a priority to actually go ahead and grab that heart containers, because that gives you a bunch of access to other places. It unlocks the 10 recorder spots during this second quest overworld as Caracarn finds the transport staircase. So now he knows that the next staircase he finds in level 8 is going to be his item. And we do have ourselves... this is a possible drop room right here for Antlerz. And he's going to try to clear out this room. And he finds out that the black keys are 1 HP, not 0 HP. As you can see, the boomerang does not kill them. And the heart container. That's a bad place to put that game. Nice use of the boomerang from Caracarn in order to pull up that fairy, because if he put himself in that line of fire, he was likely to get sniped and dead.
Yeah. And obviously not what you want to be in.
See Caracarn thinking about it here in regards to going into this room. But this here double block room could be staircase. 1 HP or 0 HP on the Zolls, but that is an unmovable block.
Oh, okay, that's the staircase he came out of, so.
Yep.
Oh.
What Antlerz is doing here. Oh, yep. Oh, no. This is not necessarily what we want to find for Caracarn. Oh, this is a forced bugger. And he's gonna swallow up one of his bombs, max bomb capacity.
He came into another dark room like this. Like, don't tell me you put both of them in the same dungeon.
At that point, you're saying some particular words that are not appropriate for speed gaming.
No. Oh, well, there's a map for posterity's sake. Okay, the ropes have a lot of HP.
Yeah, these super ropes really turned out to be super this time around. And there's a Goma, because why the hell not?
Interesting. He seems to be stuck up there. I couldn't quite tell what kind of room
Double,
it was.
double moat room.
Double moat room, right? Okay. Yeah.
Or double river room, rather. There's the Triforce. That's good to see because at least you're going to be walking out of here with something.
Right. Oh no! Well, that might be okay.
Well, at least he knows where. Again, he knows where the Triforce is. So at least he knows where he can get his health restored, or rather, his sword restored by way of picking up the Triforce.
And he can clear this room with just the boomerang. Didn't garner anything, but you know.
Yeah. And another room of these, and this is the enemy you want to see at this point because this tells you a whole bunch of stuff. I can clear these rooms. Maybe this will have a drop. It doesn't.
And CaracarnVi's still searching through 8.
Yeah, he finds a room with.
Oh!
That's a bad death to take.
Antlerz, unfortunately, those Stalfoses do actually fire beams at you.
They definitely do. So, the distinction between both of these runners. I have lost to these runners. CaracarnVi I lost to in blackout mode in the random percent tournament, and Antlerz I lost in week 4 of this Swiss tournament.
So, Rick, why don't you educate our viewers and explain real quick what is, in fact, blackout mode?
Week 3, rather. Blackout is when you get to see nothing in the rooms that you walk into. Candles do not illuminate the rooms. You're just walking around blind inside the rooms, just praying and hoping that you can go ahead and figure out where the blocks are just by walking around.
Yeah, that sounded so less fun than it looked on screen. And it didn't look that fun. Wait, nope, that's the transport staircase again. But CaracarnVi found the other item here. Well, Antlerz, I believe this room can drop something, correct?
Yes, it does, and that's why he's trying to tackle it. But these super keys are not nice things to find at this point. And I don't know if we've tried bombing the keys or the virus or not to see if they go down in a bomb. And unfortunately, this room does not have a trap.
My goodness. Now, Antlerz is coming back up here.
Yeah, he wants to get back to
the Stalfos room, right?
Room because he wants to find out if this is a drop room. It looks like these things are 3 HP. They do not have a drop, and therefore we now continue our search for that item in level 2. Thankfully, he did clear that room of the red bubbles, and he has absolute no intentions of going back to that room because he wants to keep his swords just in case. Red candle!
Well, it's a candle.
Okay, now
guess.
here's the thing with
Wait.
red candle. Here's the thing with the red candle. It's a good weapon if you end up getting hit with the cursed red bubbles, because if you end up getting that situation where you're stuck without your sword and you can't find any blue bubbles, at least certain enemies go down in that red candle.
That's true. That's very true. The wand is something you'd want to find. Antlerz is going back into... Did we figure out which... This was 5, right?
Yes, it is. So Antlerz is back in here, and he's really got one place to go, and that's only if a bomb works in this next room. If a bomb does not work in this next room, then this is a genuine ladder block, although Antlerz may not have identified this as to be level 5 just yet, but he's going back in. Can he bomb out of here? Yes, he can. So we can continue to progress in this level 5.
Indeed. Uh-oh, we've got Dark Nuts. That may mean we have Wiz Robes. It may not.
Yeah, because it could also possibly be that the Dark Nuts are that communal group that are in 2/3 of the enemy sets, but we don't know that for certain just yet. As Antler comes across the staircase, and inside it is the wand. That is another great weapon to have when you end up getting cursed.
Absolutely.
Not to leave here at this point because... And it's going to take a lot more rooms to maybe find that Triforce.
Absolutely. I mean, the water is just a great thing to have regardless, but, definitely nice when the red bubbles are in play.
I know for certain that Caracarn would love to have that right now.
Oh, absolutely. Well, he's got the compass. I feel like Caracarn's got everything but the second item out of level 8.
I think he's pretty much all full cleared this thing at this point.
Pretty much. Please tell me the item is going to be in the... No, it's not. Okay. Oh, that is not a nice room to have to clear for a Triforce.
I think it's a beautiful room to clear for a Triforce.
Okay.
Come on, but let's get these guys some combat requirements here. Antlerz is going to have a fun time with this room because of the fact that he'll have the wand for it.
That's also true.
Also, this is Lag City.
That it also is. Now, I see that the Garayas are in fact throwing magical boomerangs, but I don't think it has the same effect as it did in the vanilla game, correct?
Yeah, it's just a cosmetical thing at this point. The fact is, you notice those boomerangs from those red Garayas, they only went halfway up the room. Caracarn really wants to find out what this item is, the second item in this level 8 is, because, well, we still need some items in order to beat this game. We find out what the second item is, and it is...
Power Bracelet, huh? Well, that's going to open up a whole bunch of spots on the overworld map.
It's going to open up 7 locations on the overworld. The 4, what would we consider as the Take Any's, or the Take Any Roads. And also 3 extra spots around that map just to make your life a lot of fun in this second quest world.
Fun! Yes, absolutely. Totally right. Fun. Caracarn's going to pick up his Triforce mate.
The way you're saying that, it sounds like you're disagreeing with my use of the word fun there.
No, I'm totally agreeing with your use of the word fun.
Why do I not believe you?
I don't know. Probably because I'm a lawyer. And I can't say you'd be wrong in that assessment. So,
well, if you're the lawyer, then I'm the judge.
Hey! Nobody elected you.
I elected myself.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
I'm going to overrule you.
Hey, I haven't even objected yet.
You don't have to.
See.
All right.
Is
moving on.
Into which level is this?
This here is a level that we haven't seen yet.
It feels like 1. No. No. Not 1. But... Oh, I'm trying to guess based on like 3 squares I've seen. Oh, there's a white sword.
I can tell you that the white sword is in there, though, and Caracarn's in the same level as well. I'm thinking we are getting the right assessment from Chad, the fact that this could be level 7.
Could be 7.
And fires do not go down in a bomb, by the way.
Oh, that's bad. That basically means that they're not going to be able to be killed in any way, shape, or form and drop any items for us in this run.
That is correct. And Caracarn, go down and get your white sword, because Antlerz has all the firepower in this game. There's a compass.
Interesting.
This is going to be a glorious level 7.
Indeed it will. Oh my gosh. This is like the dream level 7.
The dream! Now
Well,
can we bomb north?
Hold on. Hold on. We may have spoken too soon.
Well, who cares if we spoke too soon? This still is a dream 7. You know where the
Indeed.
Triforce
Okay, there it
is.
This is also true. There we go. We got there. Unless this is Goma blocked. Okay, it's not.
It's still not necessarily the greatest set of enemies, but hey, we're still going to make do. And Caracarn, if he goes a particular direction, we'll find out the same information at some point in time. Wow, these fires are totally annoying, considering the fact that you can't kill them with a bomb. Also, their red bats do not go down in one hit either.
Indeed. Caracarn verifying that it's level 7. I wonder if that's going to get him to leave. Antler's grabbing his Triforce on level 7.
Thinking about it.
He's definitely thinking, but he's gone.
About
Yep.
it. Yep. I'm still progressing in this level 7.
Yeah, never mind.
I think he wants to figure out what's going on with this chin. Or not. Well, the good news is if he kills enough of these rooms, he will have his Triforce. The problem is that if he decides not to and just skips this room, then he might be in for 33 rooms of pure torture.
Yeah.
Well, stay tuned. We'll be back after these messages.
Upgrade. Antler's running around. Oh, there's Kian and Dick Dogger. Hey, Dick Dogger. We don't need to see you, but we did. Oh, I missed how much that was.
Caracarn just staring right at this point. I think now is at the point that, nope, he's still going on.
He is. He is determined. I like it, but...
Okay, is he going to clear out this room? Because this would give him the information that he needs.
Well, unfortunately, he's been red bubble cursed, but...
Ew, that's not fun.
Not at all. Part of me wonders if he is, in fact, just looking for any type of blue bubble. There is a transport staircase.
And a new level, level 1. So this has the potential of being... Wait a second. Level 1? At level 1?
1? Well, I don't think it can be.
Oh, it can't be. Nope.
So what is this?
Oh, this is it.
He's it.
This is a... Okay, never mind. Dear God. It looked different on Antler's side than it did for Caracarn. Anyways, we are moving on here. Caracarn continuing to search through this level 7 that is filled with hopes and dreams. Or the destroyer of hopes and dreams,
Pretty
rather.
much. Oh. Walked into a room full of hopping little bunny caps.
What would really help Caracarn right at this moment is if he could find something that has blue bubbles in it. He has not found that just yet.
No, he hasn't. Unfortunately for him, he is far away from where that Triforce is at. Oh,
He takes the bop and dies. This is where
also
Caracarn needs to get
unfortunate.
out of here.
Yeah, also unfortunately, dying doesn't bring your sword back.
So, at the 28-minute mark of this race, we're trying to figure out what exactly these two runners need to do to beat this seed, and what we know is that ladder is required.
That is very true. What we don't know is really... we know level 9 is open, and we know where the silver arrows are, and that's it, really.
Well, when you say open, what you're meaning is that we know where level 9 is.
Right.
We still need we still need the Triforces to get the 5 Triforces to get inside, and
indeed,
Antlerz confirming that is a double river room right there.
Absolutely. Caracarn about to get his sword back, because one of the ways you could do so is go refill your hearts at a fairy pond.
What's going through these runners at this moment?
Right now, my guess is, probably, I don't even know. Like, I'm wondering if Caracarn is worried that he spent so much time in 7 and didn't get a Triforce or a hint of where it was. I wonder if he's worried he spent too much time digging 8, considering the items that were in there.
Well, the power bracelet's still a nice item to find at this point.
It is.
We don't know if it's going to be required, and we've only seen, what, maybe 2 squares maximum have been explored, if that.
Not
Oh,
even,
look, another enemy that goes down in 0 HP.
Right? My goodness, what in the world did we roll in this seed?
I didn't roll this thing.
Ah, yeah.
And good Antlerz not chasing down that fairy. Now he's able to do so while this room's a little safer. You'd never really want to chase down a fairy in a very tough room because usually that fairy decides by random luck that it's going to go right towards where the enemy or their projectiles are going, and it doesn't end well.
Not normally, no.
15 rupees for the small secret.
That's pretty decent. We're only gonna have one large secret, so okay, here we go. Checking the mountain. I guess the most important thing here is 75 for a key.
Yeah, nothing really interesting here at 2Q4. And now let's go ahead and check the waterfall. That is where the enemy roads were, and we saw the location of the any road there a little while ago. The forgotten spot turns out to be one of the any roads, which could usually be a tricky spot for our runners to get to. Up on Death Mountain and also up on Death Mountain.
Well, they started to look like they were going to be okay any roads, and then they kind of got worse from there.
35 for the mid-secret is a very, very nice mid-secret. Antlerz continue to explore this level 8, finding the blue bubbles that CaracarnVi really would have loved to have seen in that level 7.
Yeah. He's going to
grab about to get the power bracelet.
Yep, he's going to spend a whole lot less time in here unless he doesn't go find that Triforce real quick.
And so far, the power bracelets have not come up all that interesting, although that 3 bombs would be nice, except for Caracarn right now sitting at 5 bombs. And keep in mind, he took the pedal. Oh, now that hurt. He's going to have to just wall. Good decision.
Absolutely. Yeah, don't run
but
through
don't
that.
forget his max bomb capacity at this point is 7.
Right, that's very true. Ooh, Antlerz unfortunately leaving that room with the manhandle right as he's...
Oh, wow. Does get it. Nice kill there. Gets the heart container for his efforts.
Nicely done. At 5 hearts, it's entirely possible he could pick up the recorder. Maximum is 6, so he's got a better than 50% chance. I don't know if he's seen it, though.
Nice job by Caracarn, by the way.
Yeah.
To get that clock so he can get into that cave. Because you don't ever want to leave behind a spot. It becomes a loose square. And I'm thinking what is helping Antlerz get through this a lot faster than Caracarn, as Caracarn takes a death just before he could get to that recorder. What's helping Antlerz in this case is the fact that he's got the wand. So he's got a long-range attack for these Koreas.
Absolutely. That is just not a nice screen game, I gotta say. Well, 5 hearts.
At least it's attainable at 5 hearts, which is good for Caracarn. Now, that once, as we mentioned before, opens up the 10 spots, and Antlerz, for a second, may have just forgotten the fact that he already got both items out of that level and is now on his way. So he's got Triforces out of 2, 7, and 8. He's 3/5 of the way to being eligible to going into level 9.
Indeed. Well, Caracarn is going to go ahead and check out where I believe this is second quest level 2, 3. Second quest level 3.
And it's a take any.
It is. Antlerz finding his recorder as well, so...
Yep, that's 2Q3 at that spot right there. As Caracarn's going to go check this one other recorder spot, which is over here in the forest.
Antlerz got himself caught in a very bad position, had to up an A, but thankfully he just started one screen below. 59 large secret. Oof.
Okay, well that is unfortunate and oomph right there. Caracarn's going to pop into this level 5. And this 5 was where the white sword was. No, that was 7. This was where the wand was.
Yep. But Antlerz did not get the Triforce out of here, and I don't remember why not.
Fred making a note to decrease the bomb reduction, increase the bomb reduction for a mugger room. No, Fred. Okay, just no.
Right. Let's pretend we did that, Fred, and then not.
There's the one pickup for Caracarn. He is not leaving this level 5. So if this becomes a quick Triforce, there's a hit shop right there in the power bracelet block that could be beneficial.
But unfortunately, we can't understand the old man until we find the book, so right now, hint's not really useful. Antlerz just did something I love doing. Jumping into a fairy pond and then up and Aing immediately. It actually fills your health up all the way to the top, even if you take damage while it's happening. Boys, speaking of things I hate, that's a lot of blue Wizrobes. Antlerz taking a potion out of that ticket.
These are a few of my least favorite things.
Indeed so. Antlerz grabbed a potion out of the Takety cave. I like that play. Means one, you don't have to buy one.
What you saw Caracarn trying to do there, so he was trying to get it so he could go in from the bottom into that heart container room, but unfortunately found out that was not to be the case. You're ladder blocked from heading in there from the south. There's the compass, so now Caracarn has an idea of where he needs to go to get to this Triforce. Now, unfortunately, you got to go around to get to the Triforce.
Indeed so. But, outside of that blue Wizrobe room, so far the rooms in here haven't been too awful.
Shh. We
Hey, I
haven't
like
gotten to the Triforce room yet.
I like mixing people, it's fine.
We haven't gotten to the Triforce room yet.
Maybe we have not. Tea room? Yeah, tea room.
Yeah, that's the tea room.
And there's a transport staircase.
Yep. Got some red Wizrobes if Caracarn wanted to try to farm up some bombs. And I'm surprised that he isn't an...
Oh, no! Oh, that is not a nice room to run into.
I told you to shut up.
You did. You did. Oh, my. Well, at least he has a decent chunk of health and 5 bombs. Not entirely sure that's gonna help much, but we'll see. I think he's gonna make a go at this.
Oh.
Yeah, he is.
Speaking of awful rooms, and Antlerz, remember, he just picked up the potion here, so he's hell-bent on getting this thing. So let's see if he's going to be able to do so.
Indeed, yeah, you don't want to spend that potion like that and not get anything from this room.
He's down to 5. Down to 4. There's a fairy drop, but he has no need for that at this point. Final bomb, so he's going to have to sort his way through the remainder. Maybe he got enough of these removed. Yeah, he's got a lot of these down to their final hints.
Oh, nice.
Is this... No, it's a drop!
Oh, it's a key! All those resources for a key! Oh. Meanwhile, Caracarn's got this room down to 2 blue dark nuts and a whole lot of awfulness as far as those bubbles are concerned.
Yeah, and uh-oh. Now he's down to a heart and a half. This is where it's going to get dangerous for Caracarn.
Yep. And he can't leave to save the room either. Oh, he's got the wand, though.
Yeah, but he's got to have to be careful because he keeps getting popped around by those...
Oh my gosh!
And there he goes. Well done. Well done, Caracarn.
Oh my goodness.
All right, now Antlerz is going through another hellacious room. This is 8 blue dark nuts.
You know, though, that reminds me that, this being 6, that, one room at the end of the hook there, at the bottom of this place, is that dark reverse C room. That is also awful, but it's a reverse C room, so...
Yep. This is where the seed is really going to give it to our runners at this point.
Absolutely. And for all we know, the wooden boomerang is in there.
Oh, shut up.
Or it could be the bow, you never know, or the ladder, or, you know, something important.
If the wooden boomerang is the reward for going through that hell, I'm holding you in contempt of court.
Okay, well, that's fine. That's not a thing I'm unaccustomed to. So, anyway.
That's a little too much information.
Right, you know. Oh, can't bomb upwards there. Or can you, actually? I forget if that's one of those secret dark rooms.
Yeah, you can't bomb into that room.
It's 7. Okay, never mind. It's possible that reverse C room isn't an item room either, but I almost feel like we've seen. Oh, hey, Triforce.
There's almost got Y forced.
Yes, he did. I wasn't expecting a Triforce there. I don't know about you.
Well, of course. Here's a difficult room. It ain't gonna have anything you want. Here's an easy room. It's gonna have what you want. Here is the item room in 6. What's inside? OPT lawyer, let us know what this item is.
And it's the ladder. Hey, there you go. So
yeah, that's old school.
Yeah, that is going to give Antlerz access to the silver arrows. So he is a bow and well, currently 2, soon to be 1 Triforce away from being able to defeat Ganon himself and find the princess.
So, what does the winner of this match get?
Well, the winner, quote unquote, of this match gets to face off against Random Effect in the next round, Rick.
Well, that should be a fun match for either of these two runners to have to face off against Random Effect. There will be a lot of fun to watch these two go at it. And Caracarn picking up the wood arrows. Little does he know that the answer to where he can get some silver arrows is inside a level called Level 6. Now we're going to check the 2 spots here that are along the river over here. These 2 second quest spots. One is 2Q8. The other one being to the left of it. Let's find out. What do we got?
I don't remember what in that spot is to the left of it. There's a blue ring shop in case Antlerz felt like buying one of those.
And the second one is not a level either. It's another bomb shop at least.
It's gonna buy. I mean, you might honestly with at 3 rupees, you might as well top off your bombs at whatever count you've got.
That is correct. As Caracarn is going to continue to search, we have still yet to see levels 1, 3, 4.
Indeed, and level 1 is something that you really want to find because it's got 2 items inside of it, and it's pretty small.
Well, we just found something up here.
It's got to be.
Here is a brand new level.
Nope, not 1.
No, it could be. This could be middle.
Oh yeah, it could be. You're right. No, you're right. You're right. That could be 1. I was looking at the little dots wrong.
But it's not. This is 4.
4, yeah. At least there's enough blue bubbles around here.
There's the Triforce right there. Oh, by a bubble.
He got body checked into the Triforce. This isn't hockey.
Well, if it's hockey, we'll throw that bubble into the penalty box.
Right. So Antler's gonna go ahead right back in and be like, hey, wait a minute. I was searching for items here, game. So, Rick, here's a question for you. Let's say that Antlerz finds the item in 4 here, and it is not the bow. Do you go into 9, or do you go looking around for 1?
Well, that's actually a good question. Maybe I complete these 3 caves over here to see what's up here with the Master Sword spot that's over to the right, and also the whistle spot and the open cave. But at this stage, this might increase your decision.
Yeah, that's very true. Still not a lot, but still a decent amount of rooms to check. Caracarn finding the other hint shop in the Deadwoods Flutes recorder spot.
Also, these runners at this point need keys.
Yeah, they do. Well, Caracarn's got 5, but poor Antlerz has 2.
Yeah, Antlerz's path here is very, very key depleted.
Absolutely. And the game decides to give him 5 rupees instead.
Well, here's the possibility right here. As Caracarn goes and checks what is 2Q6, in the flu spot, we find our item in
There
level
it is.
4. And the item in level 4 is the red ring.
Ooh, all right. Well, that's going to make combat a heck of a lot easier. But it is going to send Antlerz to back to the start of the map to get out of here. He's actually going to save. He's going back to the start. He's going to 9. Or not.
I don't know. This recorder use is what is
6.
going to be
He's
interesting.
floating to 6. He's floating to 6 to go to 9.
Oh, interesting. Okay, well, yeah, he's going to take the shortcut to get there.
Yep. Or not?
Hey, guess what Caracarn found? Level 1.
Hey, there it is.
Over in the grave area.
This is going to be interesting if level 1 has the bow, but Antlerz... Oh, Antlerz is like, you know what? I should probably go pick up those silver arrows on the coast, because that's kind of a thing. That's really important.
Yep, exactly. And oh, any key is in 1.
Oh, nice! Well, that is a really big find, potentially.
Of course, the person who gets the any key is the person who had 6 of them.
Well, you have to have 6 keys to pick up the any key anyway, at least
Okay,
that's
if the bow is here, this is huge for Caracarn. It is... The bow is in 1!
Oh my gosh, the bow is in 1! Unfortunately for Antlerz, he's making what is probably the right play in his mind, because he doesn't know where 1 is. But it's just unfortunate. But on the other hand, Caracarn doesn't have the ladder, and he's got to go back into 6 for it. So this is in no way in anyone's favor right now, because both of these runners have to go to a dungeon that, well, Antlerz doesn't know where 1 is, and I don't think Caracarn wants to go back into 6.
And that wood arrow purchase right now is we're paying off dividends for Caracarn.
Oh my goodness, heck yes it is. This is going to be an interesting finish, I feel, Rick.
Yeah, this is. And we just get the compass right now, so Caracarn's making a beeline for that. So getting both of the items out of here, plus the heart container, Caracarn has no reason to go through any other room at this point, and he's going to go straight for this Triforce. And we find the bait block in 9. So again, we know at this point that Antlerz is not going to find the bow in this level 9. Antlerz's best case scenario is that he finds an item fast that sends him on that idea that maybe he has to go somewhere else. But that is not it.
So, would you leave 9 after finding only 1 item in here, or would you look for both?
I think the game plan for at this point would be to see 1 item, get the idea where Zelda and Ganon are, and then get out of Dodge. Because for Antlerz, what he's missing out on are the items in 1, 3, and 9 at this point.
That's very true. I actually missed where level 1 was even at.
Looks like Antlerz is trying to reverse clip himself into the staircase. Finally does. And so Caracarn needs to get back to level 6. We already know that for certain. But at what point does he do so? He's still got to get through level 7, and that looks like where he's heading for right now.
He is going into level 7. Interesting. We know, again, that the Triforce here is actually pretty close.
Yeah.
Caracarn went exploring a lot of places.
Guess what he's pulling out? Look at what he's pulling out. He's going to tackle the 3 pulls voice. That's going to get him into the room that has the compass, and that will tell him everything he needs to know about this level.
Absolutely. There's that compass, that beautiful, awesome compass. And he's going to find out that that Triforce is much closer than what he is expecting it to be.
Yep, and he's going to go right straight there. And again, this is a case where that wood arrow purchase that Caracarn has is going to help him immensely.
Indeed.
Right now, the other question is, does Caracarn go back to level 6? Because that's the only other level that he knows of at this point.
I think the fact that he came back into level 7 tells me he's probably going to go back into level 6 because he knows that item. He's got the bow.
Zelda found.
What? Oh, yep, that's Zelda. That is a Zelda. That is a shutter door that didn't open after the room was cleared. We've got Zelda. Through a forced mugger room, it looks like.
So, Caracarn seeing those silvers right there. It looks like, oh my goodness. Look at this open key lawyer. He's going to 6.
He's going to 6. He is absolutely heading towards 6.
Yeah, he's taking a shortcut here through the woods. But yeah, he's going right straight for 6.
Yeah, he's done looking for dungeons. We are never gonna know where 3 is unless Antlerz finds it at this point.
So that means the advantage is about to swing right straight over to Caracarn's favor. And that will depend on whether or not Caracarn looks for the second item, or rather not the second item, but looks for this item in this level 6. The Triforce is on the way to the ladder.
Oh dear, Antlerz is out of bombs. Interesting they didn't try to kill that Patra.
Probably felt it's best to cut his losses.
Indeed. So, Caracarn is now...
He's thinking that this is the answer to his problem. So, unfortunately, this is not the answer to all of his problems. No, and he has decided not to go that direction. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, wow.
I know if it were me, only because I'm terrible at combat, I would be like, I'm just gonna go look in every other room first. I don't care how long it takes. Now, unfortunately for Antlerz, he has to actually sit there and melee these Bull's voices down, but he is doing it. I don't remember if these blue darkness were required in this or not.
They were.
They were? Okay.
You had to get through that shutter door to get to the northwestern portion of this level 6.
Oy. They got a lot of health,
There's one item right there. So there's the boomerang. So that's good here for Antlerz. That's one item off the table. Now, we'll question whether or not he continues to go on this 9 once he finds where Ganon is. And Caracarn's suffering a death. That's going to be another thing that comes into play here. The fact that Caracarn does not have the red ring and has no reason to go into level 4 at this point.
Correct. Yeah, absolutely. He's not. I don't remember exactly where level 4 was, but he's nowhere near it. I think.
Death Mountain.
Death Mountain, right? Yeah.
So, as we continue to search through this level 9, Antlerz's best case at this point is that he finds either where Ganon is really fast, or he finds out the second item of this level 9. Caracarn suffering another death inside of this room.
The more deaths he suffers in here, I wonder if he's going to just toss his hands up and leave.
Antlerz is leaving.
Antlerz is leaving 9. Caracarn's leaving 6, although he may be going to heal up potentially before coming back here, but I'm not certain.
We're going to find out. He's going back in towards the direction of level 1. Is he going to go to the fairy fountain? This looks like a yes. No.
No.
Maybe not.
He's getting towards Death Mountain.
Antlerz looking through the arrow, finding that it is a secret 15 rupees. Caracarn is taking his efforts, and he is going not there.
So if he stumbles on level 4, he's gonna find that red ring, but I wonder if that will throw him back to 6 before he goes into 9, since 6 is on the way to 9. And he has a lot of it explored. He doesn't have much left in there.
So we'll see what ends up happening. There's level 3.
Oh dear.
Wait, that's no, that's... Is that level 3? Yes, this is 3. That is level
Yes.
3.
Yeah, it's 3. And okay, not ladder block because we have the door there.
Yep, and just a note for Antlerz, Antlerz does have the silver arrows in his arsenal. Caracarn desperately trying to find where this item is in this level 3. Antlerz, the longer that Caracarn is doing this search right at this point, the sooner it will be for Caracarn to find where, or rather, Antlerz to find where level 1 is, because he's getting close.
Oh my god!
Ooh, that's not beautiful, but we know that that's not the item room, so we're not going to worry about that room. Caracarn does not care about Triforces at this point, although he may care about Triforces at this point, because he may be thinking that the ladder's in level 9.
Indeed, he may be thinking that. My goodness, where is this room? Item room in level 3?
The last possible spot you're going to look.
Apparently.
And there's just continuing to search here through the Death Mountain. It's not going to find level 1 over here, but we'll find 3 before he finds 1.
Indeed. Which means he's going to dig that absolutely, so... Just more time Caracarn needs to go back into level 6, but... I think he was kind of more hoping he was going to find level 4 before level 3. Well, he would if he knew what was in level 3. Okay, where is this item at? For crying out loud, it's got to be in the right ring. Right.
Yeah, it is.
I ain't even sure where the Triforce here is either. A lot of blue. Okay, well. Still not necessarily ladder blocked.
The search in 3 continues in just a moment. Hi, Blue Wizrobes. How you guys doing?
I just realized Antler's maximum bombs is down to 3 or 6. It's because he did two mugger rooms, both with the bombs.
How
Right.
rude. There's the item in level 3. We know this is not going to be anything important, but it would be best case scenario for Caracarn if it's the book, but it's the raft.
Ooh.
Fred!
It is the raft, and he looked like for a second he wasn't going to pick it up and decided to just go ahead. Note says IOU. Unfortunately, we still have no hide or hair of where the Triforce is, but this is not a fun room to find yourself in with 1.5 hearts and green tunic.
And the funny thing is, Caracarn was on the right path where he needed to go, but
Yeah.
just took the deaths in that level 6 and just said, nope, I'm not going in here anymore. This is a death pit. And the funny thing is that he's continuing to go through this death pit here.
Yeah.
Getting lucky the fact that the blue dark nuts are at the right end of the count there where they're giving him some health, but gotta still be careful. That blue wizrobe means business.
Yes, he does, but he gets a fairy from it, too.
Yeah, 4 on the global counter.
My goodness. Meanwhile, Antler's finding a whole bunch of secrets, but,
Yeah, he's about to find 3 now, though.
yes, he is.
There's the Triforce for
Triforce.
Caracarn. Oh, boy.
Wow.
Now guess where Caracarn gets to go to.
He can go to 9, but as I said before, 6 is right there, but I was thinking he was going to find 4 before he found this one, so I don't know.
And there's just around the corner from where level 1 is, and we get the potion purchase. Is Caracarn going to go back into level 6?
That's potential.
This is probably what will make or break this race at this point, because CaracarnVi's out of time. Antlerz is just around the corner from where level 1 is, where the bow is located. And he is not. He is going for level 9.
Oh, dear.
Ooh. This may be the play that sends CaracarnVi to his tournament end and Antlerz to face off against Random Effect. But we'll see how the remainder of this game goes. This game is not done and over with just yet.
Not at all. No, it's entirely possible that Antlerz doesn't, go someplace else. It doesn't find level 1 here.
Bear in mind, Antlerz has not seen both items inside that level 9.
Indeed. Well, without the ladder, I actually wonder how much CaracarnVi's going to be able to get around. I didn't notice any ladder blocks, but...
You don't ever really notice ladder blocks when you do have the ladder.
Right. No, absolutely. And there's that rev. Antler's going to grab it because he doesn't know where the other, remaining levels for him are.
Yeah, he doesn't know where level 1 is. He knows where 5 is. He didn't get the Triforce out of it, but he knows where where it is.
Yeah, but he had to know that.
And he's going to continue just. And time is just about up because Antlerz is about to go into level 1,
Indeed.
which has the bow.
Also has the Yeti key, which is just a nice pickup in general.
Well, the Yeti key right now is going to give Antlerz a little more power to move around that level 9.
Oh, indeed.
CaracarnVi's about to suffer a death, unfortunately. He's down to a half a heart. He's got to be careful at this stage. So, right now, this momentum, for a while, was in CaracarnVi's favor, but it right now has immediately swung into Antler's favor for the fact that he's in the dungeon that he needs to be. And if he gets the item out of here, then it's game, set, and match.
Yeah, and I can't imagine he's going to have much of a problem finding the item and getting it out of here, considering it's right here.
With this pickup here, Antlerz will be in Go Kale Ganon mode.
Can I just point out how absolutely rude it is to put a staircase holding the bow in a room full of Pole's voices? Because if you couldn't block clip, you would absolutely have to kill all of those to get the bow.
I'll remember that the next time I had to kill 8 of them.
Right.
With a wood sword to get the bow.
Yes. Well, Antlerz is back in level 9. I do not believe we found Ganon. We do know where Zelda's at, but I don't think we found Ganon when we were in here.
So Antlerz continuing through this level 9 as CaracarnVi continues through this level 9. The only difference is Antlerz knows where one half of this puzzle.
Indeed. Still wondering if that meat block is ever going to come into play. I don't think so, but man, that would be a thing.
You obviously missed the Team Bearded Flex race.
I did miss the Team Bearded Flex race. Okay, so you can bomb above it, so no.
There's the Roar of Ganon. Here's not Ganon.
Not Ganon. Alright, so can we bomb upwards? Because it's got to be above here.
Here's not the path to Ganon.
Okay, so it's probably just up through this room here.
Yeah, we got a high 5 from these runners at this point, but not necessarily the direction you wanted to see in. So, candy bomb to the right.
Okay.
No!
So, wait a minute.
We know we have to get there from the right-hand side or from the top at this point, but it's not the way to get to Albuquerque.
Apparently not. Meanwhile, both our runners at some pretty low health here. Antlerz does have the red ring. Okay. Oh my gosh, do you actually have to get around this Batra?
Why not? I mean, this game's been completely rude with how it decided to put the Triforce in level 6 and the ladder behind all that mess in that level.
We're not wrong.
Caracarn is thinking about it, but he is not going to leave this level 9. Antlerz suffering a death. This is buying Caracarn just a little more time, but he's got to get back into level 6 and get the ladder.
Yes, he does. Unfortunately, doesn't know it either. I mean, it makes sense. He has so few items left to actually discover that, you know, mathematically speaking, he's in the right place in his mind. It's just that we know that it's not here. It's really unfortunate.
And here's the thing at this point, too, is the fact that you are reaching the hour 6 mark. You are starting to get completely nervous about where your opponent is. This is kind of one of those moments where you're thinking, oh, come on, game. Just give me the path to get there. Show me where the ladder is. Come on, game. Do something for me.
Absolutely. All right. Trying to bomb up here. Okay,
There
we
we
can
go.
bomb up.
And
There
there's
it
a door
is.
to the left. So there's our
Oh,
path
gosh.
to the big, but it's got red bubbles. We get around them. And here's Bacon Master.
Indeed. In an old man room or a black room or whatever, it's no ladder impediments here. Caracarn finding the boomerang, unfortunately for him. Stun
Yep,
lock on
and-
Antler's side. Got him.
Caracarn's also out of bombs at this point. Antlerz is done with the Ganon fight, and he's just got to work his way back over towards where the princess is. Knows it's on the far left column.
Nice bubble dodge there.
Progresses to take his staircase on over.
So this starts coming into how well did you mark staircases, because I believe we saw Zelda's room.
Yes, we did. And he's starting to make his way over in that direction. He does have the wand, so he's going to do the block clip. He's trying to get hit with the blue bubble, but I don't think the bubbles were cooperating the way he needed to at this point.
No,
And now
but
it pops up over here underneath the E and just a few rooms over and to the upwards portion. It is going to be Antlerz versus Random Effect in
Indeed
the
it
next
will.
round of this tournament.
there's another room of red bubbles that are much harder to dodge, but doesn't really matter. That mugger room that was actually required, because lo and behold,
Here it is. And ladies and gentlemen, please get your GGs. Hope room, of course.
I mean,
Get your GGs
sure.
in the chat for Antlerz, who won this race. Antlerz has finished in first place with an official SRL time 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 51 seconds.
Very well done. GG, congratulations. Well played, C. Does look like he's going to be in here for an interview, quote unquote, in a moment. So, Caracarn did leave 9, but he's going back. What was he? Oh, must be bombing.
He bought
Must be
he
bombing.
bought some bombs. So, you know, this is not this is unfortunate for Caracarn. And this is him not losing through any fault of his own. It's just he died in 6, had enough, and left. And
Yep.
little did he know that that was where the ladder was.
Absolutely. I gotta be completely honest, this game is very strange to listen to with no music and just sound effects.
Why do you think I listened to it with music on?
Fair enough. Ooh, it's close. Oh, Caracarn gonna... Nope, just go back to the start level 9.
ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your winner of this match, Antlerz.
GG Antlers, congratulations.
Hey, thanks, guys. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yep.
we can.
Good. So, yeah, about that. I'm guessing he waited to go to 6. Okay, I just pulled up the restream. Yeah, he didn't go to 6, did he?
Not well, he
So-
did.
Here's the interesting thing about this entire race. And we've got several questions that we want to ask, and we were getting pilfered with questions in chat, though, they want us to ask. But here's pretty much what the difference was. Caracarn went into 6. He got to that room that had the blue darknuts on the other end of that transport staircase, started to try to kill them. He never got into 4, so he's a green tunic. And after a couple of deaths to him, said, nope, I'm done. I am leaving here. And unfortunately for him, the ladder was inside. At this point that you were digging through level 9, and you ended up leaving level 9 to go search for where the bow turned out to be in level 1.
Yeah. After so I explored all the rooms that I could in 9 until I didn't have like an obvious path after that, and then I'm like, all right, I found one of the items in 9. The numbers say go and look for 1, and then I've also got a couple small levels in level 3 as well, and it ended up paying off for me. If the bow was the second item in 9, I pretty much thought I was done for. I honestly, I thought I was playing from behind that whole time, because I didn't think I played particularly well, taking a few deaths that I really didn't want to take.
We felt that you were the first one to level 9. You were the first one to level 9. And we thought everything was fine and dandy, but then Caracarn found the bow in level 1. And so therefore that gave him an edge, but he was missing the ladder and you were missing the bow. So both of you guys had important items. It was just who would get to where that other important item was the first, and you did.
Yeah, so like because I felt behind, also I think I got a little bit of a late start. My IRC for some reason did not auto scroll, so I think I got like a minute late
yeah,
start.
you were
there.
a minute 2 behind, and that was something else that people wanted to find out was why the late start, and it was just IRC being IRC to you, but it did not determine this race, thankfully, in the end.
Yeah, so I mean, I was kind of flustered the whole race after that. I was like, oh crap. I was wondering what those Microsoft pings were, and that was what it was. It just wasn't scrolling, because I was looking at the IRC the entire time. But that's why I kind of sold out on 6. I used both charges of my potion to get through that blue dark nut room, and I was like praying that 6 had something. And fortunately for me, it did. So
you have a little bit of answering to do at this point from Redbird Grad, who is wondering why you were digging that level 7.
well, honestly, again, I felt behind, so I was like, well, maybe Caracarn will C7 and nope out of it. And honestly, I'm glad I did dig it, because it was a real free White Sword and Triforce. I mean, it was right at the beginning. I knew immediately that it was 7. Like, based on that start screen and where it opened up from, I knew that had to be 7. I wasn't probably going to, like, full dig it, but I was definitely going to see what was in there, like, what was free in there. And it just turned out to, work out for me. I already had the wand, so it wasn't a huge deal, but with this Dark Nut Heavy Seed, and especially with the Wizard Robes as well, having that White Sword was a huge asset.
Absolutely.
I'll be honest, when I found the bow in 1, I was expecting a dot done any second. I'm like, oh man, that's an open cave. That's too free. I was hoping that it would be a recorder spot at the grave area or something like that maybe he didn't check. But I was expecting a dot done any second. The only thing that I thought might saved me was him not wanting to deal with that blue dark nut room in 6.
And that's what ended up happening.
Basically,
So now, one other thing. How happy were you when you finally found? Well, not how happy were you, but what was going through your mind when you were going through that little start a save, restart, little shuffle that was going on before you went into level 9? Oh, by the way, the silvers, I gotta get them, right?
Yeah, so I knew, like, I hadn't forgotten that they were there, but I was going to 9, just looking for an item. And I was like, you know what? I might as well grab the silvers, because if I find Bow in 9, that's going to be a huge time sink to leave 9 again and then come back out. But if Fury is making fun of me in chat, then I hadn't forgotten that they were there. I took a little bit of a roundabout path to get them, but I was always going back for them.
And we do sadly report that CaracarnVi has had enough of this scene, has decided to forfeit.
Yeah, I mean, with that ladder location, I don't blame him. I was just, honestly, I would not have sold out that hard on 6 if I didn't think I was behind. So that, I mean, it ended up being a blessing in disguise for me.
right. And it does look we are joined by Caracarn. Caracarn, GG, man, rough seed indeed.
Hey, GG, Caracarn.
So, where was the ladder?
Level 6.
It
Yeah,
wasn't
you had to
so-
get through nuts to get there.
Yeah, that dark nut room.
Died in that room so many times, I just gave up on it.
Yeah, I mean, I died in level 6, like down at the tail, at the very end of the tail, as well. So I didn't go back for a while after that. I didn't go back until I had wand, white sword, and a red potion. And then I'm like, okay, I can safely assume that I can make it through that blue dark nut room at this point. So I was feeling like I was behind, to be honest. So I went there and just ended up getting lucky the ladder was there.
So I had 4 Triforces after, like, I think I did 3 as my 4th Triforce, so I was like, okay, I want to, or no, 3 was my 5th Triforce. Yeah, I ended up leaving 6 because I kept dying to try to get a 5th Triforce and then hoping the ladder was in 9. And then I just spent, like, I don't know how long in 9 to get nothing.
Yeah, unfortunately,
found the
Antlerz
second
went. Yeah, unfortunately, Antlerz did the same thing of just digging through this level 9. Got the first item, got the path to Zelda, and ended up leaving there. The second item in 9 turned out to be the book. We never saw it on either of your screens, but we knew by process of elimination that's where it would be.
Yeah, I had determined that the book had to be in 9 at that point, because I had found literally, I'm pretty sure, I had found all the other items at that point except for the book. And I was really hoping I was praying not to see the book in that diamond staircase in 1 instead of, I was praying it was Bo, because otherwise I was sure that I was finished as well.
I never even found level 2 and 4.
2 I found 2 was on the coast. I spent a good amount of time in there for the red candle, and then 4 had the red ring. 4 was on the little narrow East Death Mountain screen, that little corridor screen that, like, with the ladder that goes up.
Yeah, the top of the mountain.
Yeah, I wasted so much time in 6 and 8, like, really early. I should not have tried doing those so early, like, nothing. And then, just bad routing. Bad luck, you know?
Yeah, it was just unfortunate that your path didn't get you that defense, and thus you ended up having issues against the blue darknuts, because you had a chance to pull away with that ladder, and that would have given you the position to perhaps take this away from Antlerz at that point, because he had not gotten into level 1 when you were back in that level 6, but it is what it is. Now, for Antlerz, you're moving on to face off against Random Effect in the next round. Your thoughts on what should be a very good match between you two?
It's gonna be a really good match. Obviously, Random is the favorite. I mean, heavy favorite in that one. I mean, that being said, I know I'm capable of beating. I've beat him, I think, the last 2 races that we've been in together. So I know I'm capable. It's just, whether or not I make the right calls. It's just a matter of routing and execution. If I execute, well and I make the right calls, then I have a shot. But Random is the heavy favorite. I mean, he's the veteran, and he'll be expecting to win, and as he should. So I'm just hoping to make it a good race and let the chips fall as they may.
And to Caracarn, first of all, watching those Vires dancing around in that level 9 is mesmerizing. And secondly, unfortunately, this means that your time of the tournament is coming to an end. But anything you want to say as you're making your exit out of the tournament? Anything you want to say as your goodbye?
Just good luck to everyone that's left. And yeah, I mean, I did better than I thought I would, considering how I had hardly played this at all before this tournament started. So I mean, I wasn't expecting to be seated 4th in the brackets. So
you're definitely a good competitor there, Caracarn. Good luck to you in your future endeavors.
thank you.
Yeah, GG, man.
GG to both of you.
All right. With that being said, let's go ahead and wrap things up. We've got more Zelda 1 randomizer races coming up, don't we?
Indeed we do. Tomorrow at 10 o'clock, we have Adagino's and RC Drone in the upper bracket right now. That is a round 4 Elite 8 flag match. Those are flags I've yet to try myself, but they seem very interesting. So I'm going to be very interested to see the race tomorrow. Coming up Thursday is 2 people I don't really know if I've heard much of. Fred Coughlin and you, Rick.
That's going to be a hype one.
I agree. I'm very interested to see that one. We've got a great team of Crimson Avix and TGE on the call for that too.
Yeah.
Coming up also.
Yeah, I was going to say, coming up right after that match, we've got another good match between, Slidic and Paratroopa?
Paratroopa at 11:30. And then on Saturday, it's Crystal Saver versus Chest Jerk, also in the Elite 8. So we got some great hype matches coming up. Really the rest of the tournament, but we know these are coming up in a few days, so. I'm just excited for the rest of the tournament, quite frankly. It's just been, it was fun playing, but now I get to watch every. Yeah, so us, Rick. I had time tonight. It was a great race by all, and it was fun. Thanks for having me along, bro.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you to both of our runners, Antlerz and Caracarn. GG to Antlerz. Good luck into the next round, and GG to Caracarn, and best of luck to you in future endeavors. Also, for Ex-Country Guy, our tracker, I'm Adirondack Rick, being joined by OPT Lawyer. We'll see you again tomorrow night for that Adagino's RC Drone Melee. We're not going to call it a match. We're going to call it a melee. The gloves are off at this point.
I feel like we need a monster truck announcer right now.
Thanks for the commentary in the restream, by the way, guys. Great job as always.
Absolutely. Be there. See you tomorrow.
Wednesday.